Well, yesterday I was talking casually to Dr. Nerek, our Secretary General of CALD, what sort of a function or procedure to be adopted at the turnover ceremony. He told me that, among other things, that we had to perform a dragon dance. So I asked him, what about, instead of dragon dance, lion dance? I saw Vicky passing by. I asked her whether she could arrange for a lion dance. Then I looked at the program that we have tonight, a dinner, a karaoke session. So at the karaoke session, that we will definitely, four of us here from Singapore, will give you a performance that should be as good as either dragon dance or lion dance.
We look forward to that.
Chairman Drilon, members of CALD, and members from the Liberal International, and it is indeed a pleasure for the Singapore Democratic Party to be mandated to chair the CALD for the next 2 years. We had the chair in 1996 once before, and we accept this chair with both happiness as well as a little bit of tinge of sadness. The tinge of sadness is because our Secretary General, Dr. Chee Soon Juan, who is a friend and a family member and who is a close colleague of mine, is unable to come and be part of this function today. And he has all along been a strong advocate of regional cooperation with friendly, liberal-minded political parties. And it is so unfortunate that he has been prevented from leaving the country by an authoritarian regime that we have in Singapore. Yesterday, my colleague, Ms. Chee Seok Chin, said that he had been bankrupted. As a result, he couldn't leave the country. But she didn't go into the details of how he became a bankrupt. It was during the 2001 election that we had the government called in Singapore. During that election campaign, Chee Soon Juan questioned the government about a $10 billion loan to President Suharto, the ex-president of Indonesia, that was secretly pledged by the Singapore government. Mind you, it was a secret $10 billion pledge made to Suharto just before he fell from power in May 1998. So since 1998, nobody knew that this $10 billion secret pledge was made to Suharto until one fine day, just before Suharto fell from power. In order to prevent his regime from falling, he announced as a sweetener to bankers in Jakarta that he had been given $10 billion from the Singapore government. It was a secret pledge. Then only people in Singapore and other countries came to know about this existence of this secret pledge. So since 1998, since May 1998, when Suharto was removed in disgrace, the Singapore Democratic Party wanted the government of Singapore to be accountable to this $10 billion pledge that was made to Suharto. Even our elected president, who was supposed to have an eye on our national reserves, was not told about this secret pledge. Even the parliament was not told. So it was done in a very secretive in clandestine way. So we have been asking for accountability. What happened to this $10 billion loan that was given to Suharto? During the 2000 election, Chee Soon-juan asked the government, what happened to our money? That's all he said. What happened to our money? For which he was sued. Libel action was taken against him. The Prime Minister then, Goh Chok Tong, together with Lee Kuan Yew, who is still the man who is calling the shots in Singapore at the age of 84, he very soon will be 85. He still wants to contest the next election in 2011. He had already said he will go on contesting until his last day. Even he is dead, even his body is being lowered into the grave, if he hears that something has gone wrong to his beautiful Singapore that he had created, he will rise up from the grave. That's the kind of a person that I have been used to living. In all my life, I have only seen one man in control. That was Lee Kuan Yew. It's very stifling and it is sort of inhuman to live under a dictatorship. I'm sure Bee Kim, since she's young and she had not experienced the problems that the DPP leaders went through. But I'm thankful to DPP, Bee Kim in particular, and the Frederick Norman Foundation for hosting this conference in Taipei. It is the fountain of democracy, freedom, and rule of law. That is what we have been fighting for. And we will continue to fight. And about the problems that we, SDP, face, I will be able to explain further in detail when we have our CALD conference at the lower level of this building, which is too high for me. So before I conclude, we have a short video presentation, a message from my dear friend, Dr. Chee Soon-juan, who has been unable to attend. I know you understand the problem, the reason. We have been continuously facing legal battles. And he was found guilty, he was made bankrupt at one point that I would like to make. That was not an open trial. It was not an open trial. It was a summary judgment. It was heard in chambers. So that's the kind of a system that I'm coming from. I will be going back tomorrow, and it is good that on 10th December, UN Human Rights Day, that we are marking the transfer, the turnover of chair from the Philippines to Singapore. Before I end, I hope you will be able to see the video. Thank you very much.